Hey guys, um, this is like day two, and the last vlog I did was in July 18th. Right now it is August 25th, 2023. I know I haven't been really doing any more daily journals or day two journal. Um, this is gonna be day two, and today I don't feel the same, to be quite honest. I know my hair is like all weird and everything. It's the humidity. For some dumb reason, when I take a shower, so say like the morning of the, like say today, I took a shower this morning. My hair, after a while, it just ends up doing this. So it's, yeah, just ignore this. My hair, oh my gosh, dude, I hate it so much, especially the humidity. I don't like it. But anyways, I kind of just want to like tell you guys, like, how I've been feeling, and I guess everybody should be wanting to know how I feel. So lately I haven't been feeling myself lately, because for one, the stress of not finding a job at all. And I want to be relatively honest with you, finding a part-time job is probably like one of the hardest things in the world, and especially the way that in my predicament. So I'm trying to make this quick as possible without running out of time. Um, I worked at numerous of jobs. By the way, before like, if the video ever cuts off, by the way, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and you guys can see more videos like this in the future. Uh, if you don't like this type of content, then you can just skip past it, and I'll make other videos and stuff like that in the future. But this is just kind of like a side thing, just kind of like, legitimately show you guys, how a person deals with anxiety and how he goes through it and blah blah blah. I guess a documentary. I guess, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain this, but yeah. Um, but I had like several different jobs, and I can go through like a whole big story about it, and etc. etc. So just to give you guys like kind of just a quick summary, I did work at like McDonald's at the first job that I had when I graduated high school. Now, I only wanted to get a McDonald's job is because, for one, it was only like down the street. So it's literally like, if if I was going just to go walk for like a mile, it's like, or not even a mile, to be quite honest with you, it's literally like down the street, like a block away. So in realistic fashion, it would just be right there. So at the time when I graduated from high school, I had like 2 free months. So I graduated early because, for one, in my high school, we didn't do like the basic. You had to go out, you had to wait up through the whole school year to graduate. I had a high school where you had to do a certain amount of work, and to reach those points, you turn in these points, and then you graduate that class, or you graduate from just doing one of those classes, blah blah blah. And I was slowly not having classes at all. Then at the time when I had like one class, my dad comes up to me, and I don't remember a whole lot from this conversation, by the way. So this is really just like, there's like a bunch of like pop-ups and everything like that showing up. Um, but I remember my dad coming up to me. He's like, "Once you graduate, are you gonna go to college, or are you gonna do work?" And I said I was gonna do work, but at the same time, I didn't really want to do college because, for one, um, I had to pay for it, and I knew that I wasn't really finding anything that I really wanted to do, specifically with the schools that I was in, so, or I was trying to go to. So, yeah. Other than that, it wasn't gonna happen, and yeah. So I just went to work. So, a couple months go by, and I didn't have any school for about like 2 or 3 months until graduation. I did have my grad night, and I did have my, I guess, my prom. I didn't really go to prom because, or technically I didn't really have a prom. It was kind of like a weird like invitational dance, I guess, for the ESB, and I was part of ASB for my high school. Uh, and I was actually the one that negotiated about the grad night thing. And my grad night was actually really cool. I don't think I posted it on YouTube at all, but I went to Six Flags for my grad night. It was really cool. Usually everybody does like Disneyland, and because our school wasn't really like the most financial the best financial school ever. We had to figure out like better alternatives. A lot of people said SeaWorld, which was kind of dumb because like SeaWorld's like literally like, I don't know, like a block away, or not a block away, but like it's literally down the freeway and you could just go there like anytime. We literally live next to SeaWorld. So I suggested Six Flags. Out of like the 10 people that were in the ASB room, it was like me that somehow ended up getting, out or get the most votes. But anyways, I'm like dragging this on. So yeah, I did work at McDonald's. I was working maybe roughly around like 10-hour shifts, maybe even more than that, to be quite honest with you. I don't really remember a whole lot because that job was like my first job, and I was only working there almost a year, now that I think of it. The only reason why I did leave that job is because mentally I found out that I had anxiety and panic attacks. Like that's when I discovered. So the way that how I discovered my anxiety, I don't know if I said it in the first video. So in the first video, just to recap, I'm probably to reiterate this every single time. The way I discovered my anxiety, or just kind of like felt it, was when I was over at my girlfriend's graduation, which was literally the 4th month that I was working over at McDonald's. I don't remember. But at the time also, my dad had his first seizure. So literally a couple days before my girlfriend's graduation, my dad had a seizure. And he was in the hospital for like a couple days or something like that, or at least a day. And he was just bedridden pretty much. He wasn't able to drive for almost a year, and he's already had like 3-4 episodes, I guess. I don't really know. My family don't really tell me anything because the reason why. But yeah, other than that, that's when I discovered it, was during my girlfriend's graduation, because I was so stressed about work. Not only that, I was stressed about my dad, because I witnessed him having his first seizure, and it destroyed me. So just to give you guys a disclaimer, my dad means a whole lot to me, and I never felt like that ever. Like I never felt my dad meant a whole lot to me until like it kind of like got my realization that my dad's not gonna live forever. And my dad never told me this, by the way, and I don't really want to share this out, but he has some he has some health issues that he had as a kid, and it kind of affected him a little bit through his, older years. And not that, because he hasn't been sleeping and eating and, et cetera, he's just been working like crazy. So, yeah, that was a very hard time when I discovered my anxiety. It wasn't like as it was now, per se, like at least past couple of years, because the past couple of years has been worse than it did before. And I feel like it's just because of my depression state. Like I'm just kind of just chugging along, but at the same time I'm just barely getting by. I don't really know how I would explain this, but anyways, after I quit McDonald's, I ended up working with my dad, which is over at a jewelry store. I'm not gonna say who because I don't want anybody like saying anything like that. But I worked there for a year. I started in like June or July. I worked there for a whole year until June or July, and then they let me go because they already hired an extra somebody in my department, and they let me go. And that was it. So then after that, I did work over at SeaWorld. I worked SeaWorld all the way past a year. I should have left a whole lot earlier, because the only reason why I left that job, and just do a disclaimer, I'm not hating on any of these companies and blah blah blah, or just give you some, in detail. I'm not hating these companies, even though I kind of hate some of these companies. Hate these companies, but yeah. I'm trying to make sure that the camera's facing me a little bit, but it's kind of just cutting my face. But I'm sorry. Yeah, so working at SeaWorld is one of the most difficult things that I could have done, because for one, I was only working part-time, but I was also working super far away. So from driving to my house to SeaWorld, is SeaWorld San Diego, by the way, is 30 minutes away. So do the math on how many times I had to take the bus. I did have the membership bus pass at the time, but there's like a new bus pass that came out during when I was working there. Then I stopped doing it, and then I ended up doing Uber. So Uber, I would pay around like $50 to $60, and my paychecks weren't the greatest after holidays, pretty much. So say like on a regular basis, on a regular day, I would only make. I don't really like discuss. I don't think I'm supposed to really technically discuss this, but relatively, I would get like maybe $200, relatively, and it's not a whole lot because I was still paying rent at the same time, and paying my phone bill, and not only that, just the rides to get there. I would get paid bi-weekly too, by the way, so I would have to like figure out how to like get myself situated. And it doesn't count too, because say for an example, if I only work 3 days out of the week, I would only get relatively like $100. Sometimes I'll get like bonuses and stuff like that, but relatively I would live off of paycheck to paycheck because the transportation to get there, not only that, food and other expenses, and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, and then after SeaWorld, I did work over at Chuck E. Cheese. I left SeaWorld because it was just, I didn't get paid enough, and I was already overexerting myself already for no reason that I shouldn't even be doing, because they didn't care, because I was being stuck at the same department. And usually it was a company inside of SeaWorld, just letting you know, and they wouldn't switch me up every single time. Not only that, I was covering almost everybody's shifts, and I would be covering anybody's shifts that didn't show up, so I would be kind of just spending money to go to work. So it was super annoying. Not only that, once it got a year late, like more into the year, or my first year, it started getting way worse. Like I was slowly not getting paid as much as I used to. I would even get $100. Like if I got $100, that'd be like the best thing ever. I get usually around like $120. That's like the most. But I would slowly decrease and get less and less money. And then I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, which was really cool. I did like working there because I was getting taught a little bit of working the arcades, and not only that, helping in the, what is it called, the prize counter, for what it's called, or I forget what they labeled it as, but it's the prize counter. And I did almost everything. I cleaned, I helped out in the front, the register, well, except for the register, but I tried as much as I could. I also cleaned the games, I also fixed the games, or at least relatively I tried to, and the prize counter. I love doing the prize counter, and I helped in the games. And obviously, you hate doing the cleaning stuff, so like cleaning the dishes, and et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, and not only that, after all of that, I was only working, so the start, I wasn't even working there a year, by the way. I was only working like, I can't even really remember, but maybe like 5 months, 6 months, maybe. And it was really bad. Like after, I think I started working this job close to Christmas, I think. I know it was like relatively close to my birthday, I think. I don't even know, to be quite honest with you. Now that I think of it, I don't think it was close to Christmas. I think it was like in the middle of summer. I don't remember. But it was relatively close to my birthday or summer or something like that. I don't remember. But it was a good span of 5 months, because my birthday... No, actually, take that back. Now that I think of it, I think it was about like 5 months. I think it was about 5 months. So let me restart that. It was about 5 months, and I would overexert myself because, for one, I would be cleaning both rooms. We had like the lower room and the higher room. And there'd be sometimes where people, it's like, oh, like, I really can't clean right now, I gotta go, or something like that, or I'm not feeling really good, or, some BS. So I'd be the only one cleaning it. There'd be times, somebody will help me, and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes the managers would, and I would ask them, do you want me to help you with anything else, blah, blah, blah. And they say no, because usually I'm not supposed to be cleaning the kitchen, because that's the kitchen's duty. So, yeah, I would be cleaning the game room pretty much, like wiping out the glass, or vacuuming the floor, mopping the games. And if you guys are wondering what mopping the games means, like mopping the seats, where the kiddie rides or whatever, that they put a coin in and just kind of, moves a little bit, those type of things. But yeah, I would do almost everything like that. I overexerted myself, and I kind of got fed up because not only that, I was only after like 5 months that I don't even know how long I was in there, to be quite honest with you. So 5 months would just say, and I would only get, and I'm not kidding you, I would only get 1 or 2 days. I'm not even joking. Like this is probably like me being genuine about this right now. I would only get 1 or 2 days, and sometimes I would get weeks with no work at all. Like I would get 2 weeks of just no work. There'd be times like that. And I know for sure because like, oh well, you're working at Chuck E. Cheese. Obviously, you know, you get less hours. But the thing is that there was only like, at the time it was like 13 people, and some of these people would call out because they called out, or some of them actually legitimately live in Tijuana or TJ, and it would just be impossible for them. Like, it makes sense, you know, but some of them just never really showed up, or they're in school or whatever the case may be. But I wasn't in school, so like I didn't understand why I was getting like 1 or 2 days. So yeah, it was very difficult for me to work with Chuck E. Cheese. Then I just ended up quitting. Actually, legitimately, I got so flipping mad that I just gave him my keys as like, I'm done. Like, I legitimately just put my keys on the counter. I didn't slam them hard. I just kind of like went to, at least the manager that I was cool with, I was like, Angel, like, I have to tell you this right now. I know it's my day off right now, but I quit. Like, I can't do it no more, because I asked you guys about, can I have more hours, etc. And yeah, I quit. Like, I literally looked him in the face and just like put it down. And I was just like, you know what, like, I can't work here. Like, I can't do it no more. Like, I'm done. And he's just like, okay, like, I'm sorry about that. You know, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And he's like, well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Blah blah blah. He was really nice. I love that manager. His name was Angel. He was really an angel, to be quite honest with you. He was really nice. He was very helpful, even though I was probably being the most difficult person ever, like helping out and stuff like that. Not difficult in a bad way, but just difficult to, you know, just like, oh god, like you're already done with your task already. He's like, come on. So they try to figure out something else to do for me. But yeah. Then after that, I was working at Target. Target was a seasonal job, and yeah, it just didn't last forever. Currently right now, I'm just job hunting, and it's annoying. And the only reason why I'm making this video and kind of just want to talk to you guys about it is because, for one, I've applied to several different jobs. I applied to Best Buy 4 times. That's not including the first time I did it in January of this year, like around the 6th, to be quite honest with you, of January. And I didn't get an email until the 8th, which was the day that it actually was my last day at Target. Then I didn't get through that one. Then I did the second time, I didn't get through. Then the third time, I didn't get through. And I was doing it the one that's closest to me, a little bit up north, right? Up east of me, because north is that way. And I also did a Best Buy close to my girlfriend's house. I did it once, and they rejected me too, because I didn't qualify for their, I guess, like, department or whatever. But the thing is that most of them, and I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna like kind of like cater this right now or put icing on the cake for this one. Majority every time when I go to Best Buy, specifically in my area, nobody knows what the fuck, you know, what's going on. Because when I went to go buy my PC, I asked, you know, what's like the best PC that you could possibly like recommend, pre-built PC. Everyone's gonna hate me for this one. It'll be, oh, why'd you buy a pre-built PC? Why don't you go to Micro Center? I don't have a Micro Center in my area. At least I don't think so. But I have a Micro Center, and not only that, I have a budget. So yeah, I sold my PS5 to a PC, and yada yada yada. Yeah, so anybody that's working at Best Buy, if you don't know what the fuck a PC, or what's faster for your PC, or shoot, you don't even know what graphics card that you need to use, I don't even know, but I'm willing to learn anyways. But fuck, some people don't even know like what an iPhone is. I've gotten so many people that's like an iPhone, you know, or like an Xbox or something like that, and they don't know squat. Like you can ask them for like what's Mario, you know, it's like, oh my god. Like I've gotten so many of those employees. I'm not gonna say like every single time, but I've gotten some of them where just like, how do you not know who this is? Like, come on. But anyways, yeah. I also tried Target, the same Target I used to work at. They and not just the, not to put in bad terms. My Target told me that I could reapply and try again to work there, for at least, you know, an actual, instead of being a seasonal person. I tried 4 times, and the other 3 times that I did it over here, and I did one that was a little bit closer to me, and nothing. I got rejected because I don't know why. I don't remember what it said, but on the email it said, "I'm sorry, we have to reject you." Blah blah blah, blah. And yeah. So I also did. Currently now, I am waiting on round 1, which is like this new arcade bowling area. Round 1 is spelled ROUND, and then number 1. It is like some bowling bar. It's like Dave and Buster's type of thing. So it looked really cool, and I'm interested in doing it because it's opening closest to me in the nearest mall. So I'm kind of waiting on that one. Then it's kind of a waiting game because there's no phone number or anything like that, so I have to wait on that. So yeah, that's a waiting game. And then I also applied to Box Lunch, which is also opening in the same mall where that bowling thing is. In case you guys don't know what a Box Lunch is, it's pretty much a Hot Topic, but with collectibles, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. I got rejected today, and it was through a phone call. I called them. I gave them a day because today's Thursday, so I did call on Tuesday to follow up on my interview that I had an interview on last week on Friday or Saturday, and I called on Tuesday because he told me to wait to call him until Tuesday or Monday. So no, it was Tuesday because he was still interviewing people or something like that on Monday. I don't know. But he told me to do Tuesday, so I called Tuesday, and my dad told me to do it Tuesday. So I called, and I didn't get anything until today, and then I got rejected for it, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. That's the reason why I'm making the video, because it's very hard to find a part-time job, at least to get your foot in the door. And especially in the situation I have. And I can't really tell you what's going on, because I feel like it's very personal to say, but financially, just to say, for example, I want to go to school for at least for something to do like with like online class or something like that. But I can't really do that because, for one, I need money and funding. Because for one, obviously because for one, I need money to fucking pay for the class, and I don't have a job, and yeah. There's no flipping way. And everybody else is probably asking me, it's like, how are you paying your phone bill? And blah, blah, blah. It's because either I'm flipping, you know, collectibles that I had since, I don't know, forever, or I sell my consoles and somehow, like, make money and still have, you know, the consoles I currently have right now, or I just work on lawns, or et cetera, et cetera. So, or either that, I would do somebody a favor, and yeah. So, yeah, this is not like my proudest moment and not my happiest moment, but yeah, that's how I pretty much get by, you know. But it is hard to feel rejected. I know a lot of people are probably, you know, at this point right now, feeling like, you know, life sucks and nobody will ever hire me. I can't. I don't want to give false hope, but I also want to say that you should never give up on what you want to do, and that's your, you know, your main goal. Like, set a goal to yourself. You don't have to write it down if you don't want to, but set a goal for yourself. My goal, and I never tell anybody this besides my girlfriend, the only thing I want to do is have a life with my girlfriend with no worries. Meaning having an apartment or a house or whatever the case may be, and just living together. That's really honestly it. Like just having the most basic life ever, having food, having obviously my games, obviously, you know, my games and my YouTube channel, and just to live life, you know, just to live the better as it is. I'm the most simplistic person, and yeah, I know people would say like, oh, but I want like, you know, a Lamborghini or something. No, I just want to get by, you know, like I want not just to get by, but live a good apartment, live in a good house, or whatever the case may be, and just, you know, enjoy life, you know, enjoy me and her being together, and hopefully married soon, but to, you know, just enjoy life, if that makes sense. If I hope it does, but yeah, just enjoy life, enjoy each other's company, you know, and to, you know, like, I don't know, I would like to take my girlfriend out to dinner, but I can't because, you know, I have no money. I can't do any of that. So it's very sad, and me coming to realization that it's not happening. It's like I honestly feel right now, because I have so much help with my girlfriend, and from my dad, and I just feel like I'm just going in a circle and I'm not getting anywhere. Because every time when I go to an interview, because everybody takes me to an interview at least once in a lifetime. Mostly it's my girlfriend that's been taking me to interviews, because I can't drive right now, so she has to drive her car, blah blah blah. But she's mostly the one that takes me to interviews, and that's it. And then she usually has to do the waiting thing, and I tell her what's the news, if I got anything, blah blah blah. Nothing. So yeah, it's very like heartbreaking for me, because I can't do anything about it. I feel like it's my fault, but I can't even really answer that, to be honest with you. Because it's like I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't say anything wrong. I honestly, when I had the interview, and just letting you guys know, the box lunch interview, like I was honestly, you know, feeling a little confident. You know, I was feeling overconfident, but I guess it wasn't enough. I guess I don't know. The person told me that I wasn't really talented on being their team. So for box lunch, by the way, and I just felt kind of just like, okay, like I guess, you know, like I kind of gave him an example of the sales pitch. So, you know, I'll try to reinterpret for you, just to give you guys, you know, some little context. So he asked me, he's like, how would you want to sell me a product, or sell me a special bonus or special sale that's going on? I was like, okay. So I gave myself a minute. I was like, okay, give me a minute. And I was like, okay. I was like, hello. Welcome to Box Lunch. My name is Robert. Just letting you know that we do have a special deal going on. Sorry, let me restart. I said, I keep messing this up. So I said, and I gave myself a minute, and I said, hey guys, Robert here. I couldn't even talk. Sorry, my bad. I was saying, hey, welcome to Box Lunch. Just letting you know that my name is Robert. We do have a special sale today. It's buy one, get one free for t-shirts or merchandise. Also, by the way, we do have a special deal going on for special collectibles, such as Funko Pops, figurines, dolls, etc. And blah, blah, blah. You know, I just kind of went with that. And I thought I was going to pull that through, but I guess not. I'm not really a sales associate type of person. And to be quite honest with you, the majority of the time when I go to inside retail stores, they don't even do that no more. So it's just like, okay, like what's the fucking point? So yeah, I also applied to GameStop. Now this one is the biggest, like, I guess, procrastination ever, and it's not because of me. It's because of the managers. And everybody's gonna say like, oh duh, you're trying to work at fucking GameStop. Of course, there's gonna be procrastination in that job. Yeah, but the thing is that I applied to this job probably twice. The only reason I had to do it twice is because, for one, the manager that just started being a manager at the time, I think it was like 4 months ago, he didn't mean to put out that they need hires, but he said he needed to hire somebody, but later in like the summer or after summer or something like that. But he said, you know, like, I will be hiring soon. I'll let you know, or I'll give you a specific date once it gets closer. So I kept, being annoying and stuff like that, being more fluent with him, fluent with the manager. And he finally told me, like, oh, I want to put it out today, blah, blah, blah. I immediately applied to it immediately, the date of, and then I gave him, pretty much did the same thing over and over again, kept annoying him. And I haven't seen him since. Like, he was gone for almost like 2 weeks or whatever. And I haven't even heard anything back since, because he was on like a conference with the GameStop corporates or something like that. I don't know. And then after that, just, I don't know, like, I haven't seen him since. And yeah, after that, I haven't heard anything since. So I'm probably gonna give him a call though. But I am gonna leave like a really bad, if they did hire somebody, because I just found out they did hire somebody over at the store. But because I know, and just letting you guys know, I know everyone that works at that GameStop, literally everybody, even personally. Like, I know that, they have wife and kids, and or some of them don't even have wife and kids, they just live alone, and they're just YouTubers or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I pretty much know everybody. I won't give them the names because, for one, I don't want to blurt out their names in public. So yeah, not without their consent. Jesus. Yeah, just it's super, super hard. And if you guys are feeling the same way, I'm sorry about that. You just gotta keep trying, but at the same time, you can't be angry at yourself. But I am angry at myself right now because I feel like I'm just spinning in a circle and I'm not getting anywhere. It's pretty much like an endless maze that you can't get out of, and it's forever. It's forever until you have a career, an actual legitimate career, or you have to have a hookup. At least in my area, like, you have to have a hookup. So I don't know. And the sucky part is that, like, why don't you, like, work at, I know you guys are gonna say also too, is that why don't you just work at, like, a place that's further away, like Seawell or something like that? Because for one, I can't really do that anymore, and especially taking the biggest risk is, which, like, say for instance the Chuck E. Cheese thing, and working like 1 or 2 days. And if I do work a part-time job, I want that part-time job to at least be closer, so I can at least, like, save a little money and paying Ubers until, like, I can fully pay off my car insurance and stuff like that. Other than that, it's not gonna happen. I have to be really, really smart about this because it's hard. It's really, really hard, and yeah, I don't know. But again, by the way, if this video cuts off in the middle of me talking, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'm sorry that I cut it off, but yeah, it's really, really hard. I'm not gonna put background music because it's a very serious thing, or at least for me, and I just need a moment to kind of vent out how I feel. So yeah, it's I already kind of went through the emotions already, and yeah, it's just it sucks, to be quite honest with you. It really sucks that you feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but when you apply to jobs, you feel like you're not worth anything in the world. And for my instance, I have worked at so many jobs almost over a year, and most of them, and if any job asks me, like, how long have you been working these jobs, it's relatively a year, because for one, I'd always tell them, like, it's either I've been laid off or it's just because I quit because they didn't give me enough hours. And I've gotten so many interviews, like, say for example, I went for Peter Piper's because I was just like, screw it, why not? I went to Peter Piper's and they said they would only give me, I asked for like 30 hours, or at least 25 hours, and the only thing that they would give me was like 10 hours in total. So that basically means like maybe an 8-hour shift, or not even an 8-hour shift, maybe just a couple of hours to work there and then go home. So I would get like the bare minimum of working at Peter Piper's. And I didn't take that job, to be quite honest with you. And it wasn't worth it, because if I'd be working only like 10 to 15 hours, it would be nothing. And that's, again, in my financial, like, thought process, that it's not going to work. There's no way. Especially, I can't even carpool or do anything, so it's just like, there's no way. So don't know. I have to figure out something, even if that's just streaming or I don't even know, to be quite honest with you. I just want to start working in retail again, or just I don't know. Like I feel honestly lonely, just more than anything, and it gets more sadder and sadder if I keep thinking about it. So yeah, I already went through the emotions, so I'm good. Right now I feel tired though. I feel hungry and tired, so I am feeling still a little sick right now. By the way, I have like kind of like a sore throat, I guess. I think it's me because I sleep with my mouth open and my fan's going on, and like I don't drink anything cold before I go to bed. But I don't know how in the heck I got the sore throat. I think it's just the cold air. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. And if you guys feel the same way, don't forget to not give up. Just keep going. Keep trying. Keep trying to apply. Keep trying everything you can. If you can't do anything about it, you can't do anything about it. That's all I have to say. The crummy part is that living in where I live in San Diego is simply horrible. It's God, it's horrible. It's honestly really horrible. The work force in my area is so bad. Like I can't even explain to you. Like I'm not supposed to be really talking about this because I don't know if people would get mad at me for it. But I did work when I was working at Chuck E. Cheese. I met, I guess, a new kid or a new guy that just freshly got out of high school, and he didn't know how to vacuum. Now, just give you more context too. My Chuck E. Cheese had carpet flooring and everything like that in the arcade or the food area, so it was mostly just carpet. He didn't know how to use a vacuum. He didn't know how to turn it on, nor did he know how to use it. So it was so, and I get it because our vacuum cleaners, or the vacuum cleaners that we had, they were old, like the 1980s type of vacuums. So there was only one button, and it says power. So it was just, I don't know. But even though like we showed him how to turn it on, he didn't know how to correctly vacuum. He would just kind of like go by and just like, okay, whatever, okay, whatever, and he wouldn't get anything. So it was just a little complaint, pretty much. Other than that, yeah, it was bad. And not only that, working over at SeaWorld, I got a lot of people that were calling out, and I had to cover all those shifts. And it wouldn't be a long shift, by the way. It wouldn't be like 8-hour shifts. It would be like 4-hour shifts. And then me getting home would either be Uber or by my girlfriend, because so happened she'd be in the neighborhood. And Target, I was like pretty much a block away, so it would just, or down the street pretty much, so it wouldn't make a difference. So I wouldn't cover anybody's shifts a whole lot. If I did, it would be mostly closing. It wouldn't be opening. But yeah, I would be covering a lot of shifts and barely make the bare minimum, and it's just, yeah. And not only that, my spending habits at the time, but the thing is that, let's see, everybody's gonna get at me for this one. The thing is though, is that my spending habits, what I did at the time was also flipping my consoles. So say for an example, I would get a limited edition PlayStation Vita, just to say for example. Say it was like a God of War one, I don't know, whatever special edition it is. I would get that one for like $200 to $300. I know that everybody's gonna be like, what the hell? Like, how'd you get it for $300? Trust me, I've seen places that will sell for like very, very cheap, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I kind of just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll take the risk. And I would flip those consoles. So I wait like a month or so, then I'll flip them. I would try to live off, just with the paycheck that I have because of the financial issues that I do, and I would flip them and I'd get double the amount of money. Now, what I do with a PC also is because I flipped my PS5, got $700 like flat. I would end up buying the PC, still having money left over for my phone bill and rent, and still be able to get through it, if that makes any sense. It wouldn't be a whole lot because there's no flipping way that I could sell a PS5 especially with like 5 games that you barely even like sell yourself. But yeah, I made it work, to be quite honest with you. And also, I remember back then too, how I'd get by is by fixing retro consoles. I know I used to do that for a fairly long time. I don't really do that anymore because, for one, I don't have the money for materials, and not only that, I just kind of lack of doing it because it was a pain in the butt at the time, and I was just doing it for fun, and I kind of just did it for a side hustle in high school. But other than that, I never really professionally did it, and I don't really care to do it anymore because it just, I don't know. Not only that, it's a big risk because now I don't remember almost half of the stuff. Like this time, when I did the PlayStation Vita, I remembered a little bit how to take this apart and, you know, check on the battery or whatever, because for some reason it wasn't charging, and I found out it was just the charger. But taking it apart, I ended up losing the screw, and it was in a very dumb way. I accidentally kind of tapped it out, and it fell out of my hand. I was just like, ah, fuck. I mean, I just wasn't paying attention. So you live and you learn. But it's my PlayStation Vita. I'm not selling my PlayStation Vita like anytime soon. Hopefully not. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But I hope you guys had a wonderful time spending time for me to spend 40 goddamn minutes of me talking for absolutely no reason. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. This is probably gonna be a 3-hour fucking upload. So yeah, it's gonna be really bad when uploading this video. And for some dumb reason, my phone's not charging too, by the way. So yeah, my phone's gonna die, and I'm probably running out of phone space. So I'm gonna make this quick. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Remember, do not give up. Never ever give up. Don't forget to do your breathing exercises. Don't forget that you're worth every single breath of air. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. Okay? And again, sorry I haven't been making any different content or being on live streams or anything like that. I just haven't been in the mood for it lately. And not only that, I just want to be alone, you know, if that makes sense. But yeah, I enjoy doing the daily journals. Just haven't been doing them lately because I haven't been doing really anything interesting, to be quite honest with you. Like, I haven't been doing going to SeaWorld and, you know, screwing around with my girlfriend or something like that. I don't know. I just haven't been really doing anything crazy. So maybe I'll have one of those vlogs. Maybe on my birthday, actually. I think because my birthday's in a month and it's on the 8th. So you never know. I'll be 25 by then. So maybe I'll do a birthday vlog or a birthday stream. So we'll never know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the vlog or the daily journal, or if that makes any sense. I don't know what to really honestly call it yet. Again, this title is going to be changing a lot. So it's going to be day 2 of my anxiety journal or journey, whatever the heck it is. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Please, peace and love. God bless you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful evening or day. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, because currently right now, it is 1:34 a.m. and I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I gotta poop. So, no, I'm just playing. I don't need to poop. No, I'm just playing with you. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Alrighty, guys. See ya.